when he was explaining Islam to me, that's where I was just like, aha, like, this is it. Like, finally, this is what I've been looking for. My answers, my questions were answered, and I felt like I found that purity that I was looking for, that I was searching for. My journey to Islam started when I was 7, because my mom was sick. She was really, really sick, and I thought I was going to lose her at that time. She came home and she couldn't even stand up, and I remember my dad was there and her friend, and they had to take her to the hospital. So that was the start of me thinking about death. And it was just during that time I was surrounded by death. My animals were dying, and so I kept thinking about, through the years, what happens when we die. And I was raised as a Catholic, but I still was questioning a lot of things. Those things would run through my mind from time to time. And then as I got older, and when I hit 13, I still was questioning things like, what happens? Like, where do we go? I felt like there was a void. And I was like, for me, it was like searching for the truth. First it was with the truth, and then with finding something pure. 14 is when I became very frustrated, and that's when I became an atheist. And I just didn't believe in anything, because I was just like frustrated. I couldn't find my answers that I was looking for. When I hit 16, that's when something happened, and that's when I believed there is a God. From there on, I was like, okay, I believe in God, but I don't consider myself Catholic. So the search was still there, that void of emptiness, just trying to find answers, basically. That's what I felt like I was going through. And because my mom still dealing with her health issues, I'm still always thinking about death, because the doctors would always come and say, oh, she has a 50-50 chance of living. And so all that time, I'm just like, okay, what am I doing? What is the purpose of my life? So I was pretty crazy during those times, being a teenager and trying to find my way, and having moments where I'm drunk and I'm praying to God, asking God to guide me, like to give me answers. So fast forward, years later, I'm 23 years old. And, I end up meeting my ex-husband, and he was the one who introduced me to Islam. And from there on, when he was explaining Islam to me, that's where I was just like, aha, like, this is it. Like, finally, this is what I've been looking for. My answers, my questions were answered, and I felt like I found that purity that I was looking for, that I was searching for. Relief and more like curiosity at the same time, wanting to learn more. But I also wanted to convert right away. Because it was just like, this is it. This is it. My family, my mom, because, she was very practicing Catholic, and even when I was going through my different stages of, trying to find what I'm searching for, I didn't tell her. Like, I never told her, oh, I'm atheist now, or, oh no, I'm not Catholic anymore. I didn't tell her those things because I knew she would be really hurt and bothered. So I kept that to myself. And so when I decided to convert, I was like, okay, I can't tell her. for some time. Yeah. So I was able to hide it from her for a year. I moved to New York City. I took my Shahada there. That was 1999. And it was during Ramadan. So took my Shahada and got married. and so there was a lot of change. But from there on, 23 years ago, that was the start of my journey of purification. The easiest was just taking my Shahada, the testimony of faith. So in order to convert, you just, say your Shahada, which is a testimony of faith. And, that was just a simple, ceremony. But afterwards, of course, there's a lot of challenges, because I'm changing my whole lifestyle. So not only changing my lifestyle, but, having to deal with my family, not just my mom, but, some of my, extended relatives. They all thought that I was converting because I got married, because for my ex-husband. It's like I had to prove myself. Like, I felt like I had to prove myself, like, no, I didn't do it for him, it was for me. But they couldn't believe it, even till this day, even though I'm telling them, like, look at me, I'm still Muslim, even though we're divorced, The change in lifestyle, I was challenged with many things, but now looking back on it, I realized that was just part of going through, like training me to purify myself, so I could grow and change. I felt like after I converted, I lost almost everything. The only thing that I take comfort in is, okay, I didn't lose my faith, I didn't turn away, but like losing my mom and, after her passing, that's when it really became a challenge. And, just other things that came along the way was not easy, just losing friends. And yes, it felt like also a lonely journey. Oh, am I starting?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Okay, we're testing. So, anong pangalan mo?
Bell. Okay. Oh my God!
It's okay, I'm gonna be the same way.
Have you ever lost yourself? I feel really, really blessed. Like I'm just, I can't even say happy. Too generic to say. I just feel really, really thankful. Even though I still go through hardships, it doesn't matter. Like, the only thing that matters is that I have, my faith, and that's it. I have everything that I need. Yes, there's a lot of struggles I have, but, alhamdulillah, I have my faith, and I have my daughters with me, and, I can't ask for anything more. I would like my daughters to see what it is to be merciful to people, the connection, the beauty of being connected to God, and knowing that, this is our purpose in life. It's, to be of service, but to embody that, to be merciful and show compassion to people. Ako si Ted.
So, how do you say follow us on social media? Social media? How do you say follow us on social media in Tagalog?
Hindi ko alam.